Maharaj has been to, he comes to America every year, and he's kind enough always to visit Tobacco and at least give us his association on one Sunday. And the devotees here love Maharaj very, very much, and his enthusiastic and lively Krishna Katha, and also we all love his books that he's published so many of, and that we're able to get when he comes. So thank you so much, Maharaj, for taking his time. Normally, Maharaj is making Mangalarti announcements in Mayapur at this time. So today he agreed to take a break from making announcements to be with us. So we're very, very grateful. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Yes, I also love ISKCON Tobacco and devotees there. That is my second home in America. ISKCON
You don't stay with us that long though nowadays.
Haribol.
Thank you for that.
Jai Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Desatarine. So during this lockdown period, almost all temples now closed to outsiders. In Mayapur also, nobody going to temple, including brahmacharis also. So doing a lot of prasad distribution. I went for a few days, then now I'm feeling sick, cold. Here weather is not so good also. It's raining, cold, like that. So, what should I speak on Jagannath? What do you want to listen? Whatever I'll speak, already have heard everything. So many times I have spoken Jagannath Katha there. Anyway, for this age of Kali, Jagannath aspect of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very important. You see, as Brahma Samhita describes, the Param Brahma, though he is Ekameva Adityam, one, but he has manifested in many, many forms. Eka Bahusham Abhavat. He has many forms, Anadi Ananta Rupam. Out of his unlimited form, one form is Jagannath form. And what is this Jagannath form? We know even if Bhagavan has unlimited forms, but he has one original form known as Swayam Bhagavan. That is Krishna. Ete chansa kalapunsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. So all other incarnations are expansion of Krishna. Then who is Jagannath? Jagannath is not different from Krishna. Jagannath is form of Krishna. Krishna in this age of Kali, he manifested in two forms. One is in Jagannath form, another is in Gauranga form. Jagannath form is Krishna's form. Krishna in separation from Radharani, he manifested this form of Jagannath. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also Krishna, or Krishna in separation from Krishna. How Radharani is feeling when she is separated from Krishna. Krishna wanted to understand that. That's why Radha Bhava Duti Subalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Accepting the mood, Radha Bhava and Duti, Lord Krishna, he came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So in this way, the role of Jagannath as one of the unlimited forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the life of people in this Kali Yuga is very important. And as a result, we have seen how Jagannath is worshipped all over the world. Though our society name is International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the Krishna deity was not the first deity worshipped in ISKCON. The deity worshipped Our Lord worshipped in deity form in ISKCON was Jagannath. Because Jagannath form is the most merciful form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in this way, that's why he's shelter, because he's our shelter, because he is very merciful. Bhagavan comes to this material world, why? To deliver us, to deliver the fallen, sinful personalities like us. So he comes every millennium after millennium. So how God will deliver us? We are suffering, so God will deliver us by their merciful nature, their mercy. So point is, all forms of Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are complete, absolute. They are all merciful, all opulent. Each and every form of Supreme Personality of Godhead are endowed with all great qualities to full extent, completely. But those qualities manifests in different forms of God to different degree. Narasingha, Vamana, Matsya, they're all absolute. But in each form, all qualities does not manifest to full extent, though they're endowed with all those qualities. In some form, opulence manifests. Some form, madhurya manifests. In different forms, a specific different form are important for a specific quality. So the Lord comes to deliver us. He has to deliver by He has to deliver by His mercy. So if people are less degraded, less sinful, and that form of Supreme Personality will come down, which has to give less mercy. Because people are good. People are not so fallen, no sinful. So Bhagavan will come with less mercy to deliver them. But when that Bhagavan will come during a period when people are very, very sinful, very, very fallen, then during that time, that specific form, that specific Bhagavat Swarup has to come, who is endowed with complete magnanimity. Otherwise, the purpose of the Lord coming to this material world will not be fulfilled. The purpose is to deliver the fallen souls. So if fallen souls are less fallen, then we need less merciful God. When fallen souls are most fallen, then we need most merciful God. So in this way, when Lord come in the form of Jagannath in this age of Kali, that Lord has to be most merciful. If we have a disease not so severe, then with 150 power antibiotic we can be cured. If disease is severe, then we need 1000 power antibiotic. The same way, if less fallen, we need less merciful God. Most fallen, most merciful God. So that's why Jagannath is the most merciful God, and he came as Jagannath. Whole world knows him as Jagannath. Jagannath is not a specific name like Krishna, Rama, Vamana, Narasingha, specific name. But Jagannath is not a specific name. He came with a name so that everybody can accept him as his Lord. That's why his name is Jagannath, Jagatnath. He is not a Hindu Nath, India Nath, Puri Nath. He becomes Jagannath. So that is the reason why, irrespective of Hindu, Muslim, Christian, whole world, that taking shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Jagannath. And Jagannath in his pastimes with his devotees. First of all, we have to see how even if Lord Jagannath came as Daru Brahma in the wooden form, in this age of Kali, the Lord does not come in human form. So he came as Archa Vigraha. But in spite of that, how we see that he has performed hundreds of sweet pastimes with his devotees. And when we observe, scrutinize his sweet pastimes, then we see how he is more merciful to devotees who are most fallen. All his devotees are very poor, very helpless. That's why Orissa people, they say Agatir Gati. Agatir Gati means one who has no Gati, no destination, no shelter. He is for that. He is Akinchana Gochara. Akinchana Gochara. One who has nothing in his possession. He will be visible to him. He will be understood by that person. So he will be available to him. Who? Now who is Akinchana? Who is bereft of all material opulences. So Jagannatha is very kind. We see his devotees, they don't come for a very big background. They're not very rich. They're not very learned. Rather, many are just beggars. So that is very special things you have to observe in Jagannath's pastimes. Just like Lord saying, in Kunti Devi saying, in Bhagavatam, Janma Aishwarya Sruta Srivi Edamana Madha Puman Naiva Aharti Abhidhatung Baitang Akinchana Gocharaha. Telling to Krishna that those that have these four kinds of pride, Mada, Janma, good family birth, Janma Aishwarya, opulence, Shruta, Panditya, the wisdom, learned, and Sri, beautiful. Those that are proud of these things, then they can't welcome Krishna. Jagannath, through his pastimes, he is establishing all these things. Deep philosophy being established by simple pastimes of Lord Jagannath. We see there is Ramayana and Rama, there is Krishna. Purana describes so many philosophies, so many things. Jagannath has no philosophy. He has only one philosophy, that I protect my devotees. But Jagannath is known as Patita Pavana. Patita Pavana. He delivers to the fallen. But sometimes Jagannath has a name called Garbha Ganjan. He is very allergic to the pride. Little pride he cannot tolerate. That's why he knows Garbha Ganjana. Garbha means pride. Ganjan means he smashes the pride. Through different pastimes, we have seen in Jagannath temple how there is one person, Jagat Seth from Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh, very rich person, long before. He came to Puri with great pride, rich man, he wanted to give 1 lakh rupees to Jagannath for his bhoga. So when he approached the Pandas, Panda said, 1 lakh rupees? That time 1 lakh rupees, very big. That time, the milk, 1 liter milk was 4 paisa. 1 liter ghee was 50 paisa. And how can they spend one? No. He said 1 lakh rupees you wanted to give donation, but the Panda said, okay, you give this, we'll use it every day. But that person claimed, no, 1 day you have to spend everything. How can we spend 1 day everything? And that time things are so cheap. So then what kind of God you have? And we are saying Bada Thakur, the Lord of the universe. You cannot feed him. The donation I'm giving cannot spend one day. He challenged like this. Then Puri Pandas become very worried. Then the Sloke will ask Jagannath, what you want to eat? Then he became more proud that I'm so great that Lord will tell what he wants to eat. And that night, Puri Panda, they have a system, then to know something or then to pray Lord, they do fasting and sleep in temple. The Lord comes in dream and tells them. That was the system before. So Lord Jagannath came in his dream. So he asked, now this rich man has come asking, what you want to feed you, you want to spend very luxuriously for you. What you want to eat? Then Jagannath tell him to feed me one pan, betel nut. Then Panda said, my Lord, he has brought 1 lakh rupees. One pan or betel nut has no value even if. So how will be satisfied? Then Jagannath said, first tell him to offer me one pan. But that pan, betel nut should not be, one should not use lime, chun, lime. Usually they put lime. Uh, no, I want the powder of Gajamoti. Gajamoti means the pearl. Pearl usually grow in the ocean, the conch shells. But he said, Lord said, the Gajamoti means sometimes the elephants they develop pearl in their head. So to get a pearl like that, you have to kill thousands of elephants. You may get one pearl. So Lord told him, tell that rich man to give me one pan with this powder instead of lime. Put this pearl powder. Then Panda next morning that went. That rich man came. You are very eager to see. Let me see what Lord wants to eat. Then the Panda said, Lord wants you to feed him on pan. Then he became very angry. So what? I got 1 lakh rupees. But pan is nothing, doesn't cost anything. Then Panda said, no. He is Jagannath, the Lord of the universe. He doesn't eat this ordinary pan. In that pan, you have to put Gajamoti powder. The pearl comes from elephant. You have to put that powder. Then when this person heard, Jagat Seth heard that, then his head started to reel like that. And he's thinking, wow, Gajamati, how can I get Gajamati? That needs so much elephant I have to kill. How? Not possible. Then he realized that Lord Jagannath just trying to smash his pride. He is so proud that I have brought 1 lakh rupees. They could not spend for Jagannath. Then he realized about his pride. Then what he did, he took out his turban. Then he took this 1 lakh rupees, placed at the lotus feet of Lord Jagannath, saying, oh my Lord, I am so proud that I have brought 1 lakh rupees to feed you, but I'm so useless. I could not feed you one pan even if I have no capability to feed you one pan also. Then he surrendered to Jagannath. My point is, by through simple pastimes, how Lord Jagannath establishing great philosophy to teach us, to give us a lesson. And the pride is the one of the greatest enemy in our life, which not only obstructs our progress in our spiritual life, but it helps to keep us in this material world in ignorance and go through suffering life after life. And what to speak of showing an example through Jagat Seth, correcting him and making us understand we should never become proud. Now what is going on? It's attack of coronavirus. It's another way people should learn how Lord is trying to smash our pride. The scientists, so-called political leaders, rich countries, so proud of them. Now for months, they have no clue what to do now. Whole world is uncertainty. But foolish people, they will not understand. Well, intelligent people, they will understand that they are not the doer. They are not the controller. But Lord sometimes does this to give a lesson. So such kind of lesson also, another pastime Lord performed by the most dear and close devotee to show us how one should not become proud. So one Sudarshan is all who is always with Krishna, always with Lord. So he has a feeling that, oh, I'm so close to Lord. Lord carrying me always in his hand. I'm giving him protection. I'm so powerful. I am best among everybody. She has developed a mood like this. Of course, he's the best. He's so close. He's giving protection. Lord using Sudarshan Chakra. But devotee, they always feel humble. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught us. Doesn't matter how great materially or spiritually or devotionally we are. The symptom of progressing, somebody progressing in devotional life means he feels more humble, more small, more small, more small. It is symptom, not just showing some drama, bhava, but internally is feeling I'm really so fallen. So here Jagannath through his pure devotee, Sudarshan Chakra is not ordinary, is not a simple devotee, is like the part of Lord Jagannath. But through him is teaching us. One time Sudarshan developed a mood like this, that I'm so great, or I'm great devotee, or I'm so powerful. The Lord Jagannath understood. The Sudarshan becoming proud. I am Garbhaganjan. I am meant to destroy all the pride. And he's sitting next to me always and so proud. So I must give him a lesson. Or I should do something through him, I give a lesson to the whole world. So Lord told Sudarshan that you go, I have one great devotee. You go to South Sea, there's an island, and I have a great devotee there sitting. You please call him. He's very powerful, very dear to me. And Sudarshan is thinking, great devotee, very powerful, more dear than me. Who that can be? And Jagannath said, he's Hanuman. You bring Hanuman here. Sudarshan did not like to hear these things, that he is more, somebody could be more powerful than him. How somebody can be more powerful than him? Then he went to that island, and there is Hanuman. And he told Hanuman, please come, Lord wants to see you. And Hanuman said, oh yes, I will come. When Hanuman was preparing, then Sudarshan Chakra came in advance to Jagannath temple. Then after that Hanuman came. Then Hanuman, when trying to get inside the temple, Sudarshan Chakra is moving. Eastern gate, west gate, south gate, north gate, wherever Hanuman was going. And this Sudarshan Chakra was obstructing. So Hanuman was not able to go inside. And inside, Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra sitting on the altar. And Sudarshan is there. Sudarshan is thinking, let me see. Lord is saying Hanuman is very powerful. Now I will see how powerful he is. That he cannot enter into the temple without my permission. Then when outside Hanuman saw the Sudarshan Chakra obstructing, he just with folded hand and prayed Lord Jagannath what to do. Then Jagannath empowered him. That Hanuman becomes so powerful. He developed 4 hands by Jagannath's mercy. In 4 hands, he got hold of 4 chakras, and holding 4 chakras in his hand like toy, he entered into the temple. And there Sudarshan is sitting and he's thinking, let me see how Hanuman will come to the temple. And all of a sudden, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and Sudarshan Chakra, they saw Hanuman is entering. And Sudarshan was surprised to see that Hanuman having 4 chakras in his hand. And he was very ashamed to see this. That Hanuman will come with 4 Sudarshan chakra like him. Then Lord Jagannath, he looked at Sudarshan and smiled. Sudarshan, you are so proud that you are the most powerful. Just see, Hanuman just carrying like toy, 4 of you carrying like this. Then Lord said, by obstructing my devotee to come inside temple, you committed offense. So I curse you. You are so proud to be on my hand in disc form. I curse you that here with me, instead of disc form, you sit here as a pillar, as a khamba pillar. Instead of right side, you will be placed in my left side. So that is the reason why in Jagannath Puri, we see Sudarshan is like a pillar. All of us, we know Sudarshan is chakra. But only Jagannath Puri did exception. So this is how the Puri Pandits, they describe what happened to Sudarshan, why he became formed like this. And that is the temple, till today it is there. It's called Tapasya Hanuman. If any time you go to Jagannath temple, when you go to north gate side, that staircase, Koili Vaikuntha is there. You can ask there, they'll say Tapasya Hanuman. The Hanuman sitting with 4 hand Hanuman, I think, 8 hands, 4 hand holding Sudarshan chakras. Then he's doing tapasya there, 2 hands in folded hands like that. So you can take darshan of the Tapasya Hanuman. Then Sudarshan being cursed like this, then he felt very sad. Oh my Lord, what is this? I am your servant. You cursed me like this. So in this way, he fell at lotus feet of Lord Jagannath. Then Jagannath said, okay, I give a boon, blessings, that you will be sitting with me on the altar as a pillar, but on top of my temple, you will remain as a chakra. So you will be known as the Neela Chakra. Neela Chakra. It's very important. Neela Chakra. Bhagavan is Neela. He is Neela Madhava. Neela Madhava is situated on the bank of Neela Sagara, the blue ocean. On the shore of the blue ocean, Neela Sagara, there's Neelachala, the blue mountain. On top of the blue mountain, there's a Neela Kandara. Kandara means cave, the blue cave. And inside that Neela Kandara blue cave, there's a Neela Madhava. There's blue Madhava is there. And you will be on top of my temple, and you will be known as Neela Chakra. Neela Chakra. And the boon I am giving you that if someone will come inside the temple and take my darshan, whatever result he will get, if somebody cannot come inside my temple by staying outside, will take darshan of this Neela Chakra, the same result he will get. So that's why when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, He took first darshanam Nila Chakra. And Nila Chakra, he saw Gopala. He saw Bala Gopala in Nila Chakra. There are many other pastimes also. How devotees, they have seen Jagannath in Nila Chakra. When Mahaprabhu came, staying in Puri, when Haridas came, Haridas Thakur was not entering to the temple, being very humble. So Mahaprabhu gave him a place in Siddha Bakul and told him, you stay here and take darshan of Nila Chakra. By taking darshan of Nila Chakra, you will get the result of taking darshan of Lord Jagannath. So in this way, Lord is very merciful. So I think why Lord did this pastime, this is not only special boon. This is not a boon for Sudarshan Chakra. In reality, this is boon for all of us, for whole ISKCON, because Lord Jagannath knows sometime Prabhupada will come and spread his glories all over the world. So Jagannath will be worshipped all over the world. America, German, Japan, Muslim, Christian, Yehudi, everybody will worship him, become his devotee. But the Puri Pandas will not allow them inside the temple. That's why Jagannath in advance make these arrangements for ISKCON devotees, Western devotees. Don't be worried. The Pandas will not allow you to enter into my temple. I am sitting there on top of the temple in Nila Chakra form. If you take darshan of Nila Chakra, the same result you will get if you come inside and take my darshan. So in this way, in the one pastimes, so many things Lord performing. Just like Nila Chakra, delivering so many people. There is one person, you have heard name, his name is Dasya Bauri, who sent a coconut. He has so much devotion. And Brahman was offering, raising this coconut to Lord Jagannath. Jagannath personally took out this coconut, flew away from his hand. So once Jagannath appeared in his dream, in the dream of this Dasya Bauri. Then Jagannath asked, you ask me some boon, what you want? Then no, I am happy that you have given me darshan, I am just devotee. No, you ask me some boon. Then he said, okay, you please bless me, I am a poor man, so I get my daily food. Jagannath said, that you will get anyway, ask something else. So pure devotee, what he wants? Then he said, when I go to Puri, they don't allow me inside the temple because I am scheduled caste person. So tell me, how can I get your darshan? Jagannath told, when you come to Puri, then you look at the Nila Chakra. You'll get my darshan by looking at the Nila Chakra. And one day he planned to go to see Lord Jagannath. But whenever you go to temple to see Lord, one should not go with empty hand. Must take something, fruits, flowers, something. Temple you should not go in empty hand. So he took some mango, like 40 ripened sweet mango in a basket carrying on his head. So when he reached the temple, all pandas, they know he's a scheduled caste person, cannot enter the temple. And they're insisting, okay, give me this basket of mangoes, I'll go take offer Lord Jagannath inside the temple. But this person, this Dasya Bauri said, no, I will not give to you, I will offer to the Lord. How can you offer? You are a scheduled caste person. Then he said, let me, you see how I am offering. And he kept the basket on the street and looked upon the Nila Chakra. There he saw Jagannath. So with great ecstasy, he said, oh my Lord, you are so merciful, I have brought mango for you. He picked up 2 mango, raised his hand, showing to Lord Jagannath, and mango disappeared. Then he picked up another 2 mangoes. In the meantime, hundreds of people came surrounding him. Then all mango finished. The Panda said, no, 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 this man is a magician. Lord Jagannath never eats like this. He's just showing some magic. And this person said, no, no, I don't know any magic. Lord is there, Lord accepting all my mangoes. You go, you see inside the temple, Lord eating all the mangoes. Then one person ran inside the temple, and that Panda saw that Jagannath has eaten all the mangoes, and mango seed and the peels lying all over the Garbha Mandir inside the temple room. Then they realized, the Pandas realized how Jagannath is Bhakta Vatsal. Lord does not eat only what a Brahmana gives. He does not wait. Brahmana will come, chant mantra, push his nose, this nose, that nose. All these things he does not wait. Brahmanas are following Vedic rules, regulations. But Lord Jagannath says, don't control me through your Vedic rules and regulations. And there are many, many pastimes Lord Jagannath following, where he breaks all rules and regulations just to please his devotee, just to reciprocate the love he's getting from his devotee. Many, many pastimes. Lord says, I don't care for what is tradition. Sometimes the Jagannath devotee come, they want something which goes against the tradition, against the Vedic principles. So everybody hesitant. But Jagannath says, I don't care your tradition, your what Veda says. First, what my devotee wants. That is on top of everything. That's a Brahma saying, Vedesu dullabha, adullabha atma bhakto. Veda is there, Shastra is there, rules, regulations are there, restrictions are there. But for Lord Jagannath, one is very strict. Jagannath Puri, they're very strict. Nowhere in the world, any temple, they're so strict the way Puri Pandas are strict. But Lord Jagannath want to see, while he is very, very strict, following all rules, regulations, Vidhi, Vidhana, Veda Shastra, everything. Same time, when it comes to please his devotee, he breaks all Vedic rules, regulations, customs, traditions, everything. So that is very interesting, how Lord Jagannath, he reciprocates. Till today also, when I travel the whole world, many devotees, they speak many nice things, how they reciprocate, how Jagannath reciprocates with the devotees. So the devotee's relationship with Bhagavan is very unique. No other sadhakas like Karmakandi, Jnani, Yogis can relate to God, can become so deep relationship, intense relationship with God, as much as a devotee can develop. No one can develop like that. And that's why we see in Jagannath temple, there are many things, many rules, rituals are followed, which are directly instructed by Lord Jagannath. When Jagannath deity manifested, Jagannath personally told, you do my Sran Purnima like this, my Rath Yatra like this. So that goes on. And many rituals also taken from the scriptures, what Vedic scripture says. And many rituals also takes place there when some great acharyas, they have come, they have established some rituals. But interestingly, many things happens in Jagannath Puri, which Jagannath did not mention to do, which Vedic literature does not mention to do, which no great acharyas introduced. But it was just a desire of a devotee who lives on the street, beggars. Jagannath is so merciful just to fulfill that desire. How he breaks all the traditions and accept new, he creates new tradition in the temple. If you read that book, Jagannath book, you'll see there's so many things, so many pastimes, how Jagannath has created a new tradition. Just like you have heard about that one devotee came, he has a panwala, he to sell pan. This is another extreme example that Jagat Seth came as a rich man, could not feed a pan. But here, that one devotee came from also from South India. This is another devotee from South India. He used to sell a pan. So one day, Prabhudas, his name was Prabhudas. One day he developed a desire. That time there is no system of offering pan to the deity, Lord Jagannath. But he developed desire because he's a panwala. First thing, Lord Jagannath eating so many things. How nice it would be if he would eat pan. Then I would offer pan to Lord Jagannath every day. There is intense desire. But he's a panwala. Now, who listen to him? How can he break a tradition in Jagannath temple of introducing, offering pan to Lord Jagannath? It's completely impossible. But Lord Jagannath understood my devotee wants to feed me pan. What Jagannath like? In this material world, different people have different likings to eat. Sattaguna people, they have one kind of things they like to eat. Rajaguna people, they have one kind of things they like to eat. Tamaguna people, they have different kind of things they like to eat. But Bhagavan is Trigunatit. And what is his likings? His liking is what his devotee likes to feed him. That is his likings. He has no particular things that he likes. He is Nispriya, he is Aptakama, he is Atmaram, self-satisfied, ever satisfied, self-satisfied. What will give him pleasure? What food will give him pleasure? What food will give him pleasure? The food what one devotee wants to give him with love and devotion. That gives him pleasure. So this Prabhudas thinking like this. So even if there is no way he could offer, but Jagannath wants this. These pastimes took place 500 years ago during the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There was a devotee in Orissa called Panchasakha. The 5 devotees are very famous for Oriya people. Achyutananda, Jagannath Das, Baladev, Balaram Das, like this. So one day, one night, Balaram Das was chanting on the street outside Jagannath temple when all market was closed and everything. Then he saw the 2 boys, very nice looking boys, strong, wearing white dhoti, nice Brahman threads, beautiful looking boys. They came out of the temple and they entered into this Prabhudas house. So when they're coming back, then he saw those 2 boys are chewing pan and they have very nice red lips. So for a few days he saw 2 boys coming and taking pan. And one day Balaram Das, he met Prabhudas. He met Prabhudas in the temple courtyard in Jagannath temple. Then he asked Prabhudas, please tell me, every day in late night I see 2 boys going inside your house. What are they doing? Because Balaram Das was surprised, the panwala, why is so nice looking, beautiful people going to his house? Something strange. Then Prabhudas said, these people are coming to eat pan. So I give pan to them. Balaram Das asked, you are giving pan, they pay for it? No, they don't pay. But you are a businessman. How will you run your business unless you take a payment? Why don't you take money? Then Prabhudas said, oh, I give them pan, but they look so beautiful. I forget to ask them money. And from their side, they don't offer me money also. Then Balaram Das insisted him, no, you are a businessman. How long will you run your business? We give free. Today when these 2 boys will come, you must ask money from them. Then Prabhupada said, yes, yes, definitely. That night when these two boys came, then Prabhupada prepared pan and handed over to them. The two boys, they put pan into their mouth and they started to walk out as usual every day. Then Prabhupada remembered that they had to pay money. Then he said, hey, where are you going? Give me money. Every day you are eating pan and not paying. Today you must pay. Then they came back. They said, you never take money from us. So we don't know that today you will ask money from us. So we have not brought any money. But no problem. Tomorrow will come. We will pay you today's money and all previous money. Everything will pay you. Don't be worried. But Prabhupada said, no, no, no. You young boys, out of fear of payment, tomorrow you may not come. So you keep your chadar here. Tomorrow when you bring money, then I will give you back this chadar. Then one of the boy gave his chadar to Prabhudas. Then they left. So next day morning, when the Jagannath temple was opened, Pujari went and he has to change the dress. Then he noticed that Jagannath chadar is missing. So everybody became very worried. The big noise, the thieves inside the temple room, somebody has stolen Jagannath's chadar. But everybody is surprising. Why somebody will steal Jagannath's chadar? Jagannath has so much expensive jewelries, diamonds, gold. If thief will come, why will he just steal one chadar instead of stealing all these jewelries? So nobody could find out what is the reason. Then Balaram Das, he came to Prabhu Das' house. He asked, yesterday these two boys came. He said, yes, they came. Did you ask money? Did you take money? No, no, they had no money. But today they will come. They will pay. I have kept the chadar with me. So they will pay. Then I will give back this money. This Prabhudas doesn't know whom he's feeding this pan. He's thinking some two people are coming to eat, two boys. And Balaram Das said, can you show me that chadar? Then when Prabhudas brought this chadar, then Balaram Das saw that was the chadar which was offered to Lord Jagannath previous night. So then he revealed to all pandas. Then all pandas, they realized that Jagannath wants to eat pan. Because for eating pan, he left temple, he went. So from that day, offering betel nut or pan was introduced in Jagannath temple. So my point is, this is not only introducing pan, there are many, many items introduced which was not practiced before. Just like Karma Bai, the Karma Bai, she introduced of using hot khichdi. Till today, Jagannath early morning will eat hot khichdi. That system was not there. So offering some bitter items, offering a cake made of broken rice. These are all things that how Jagannath introduced. Because his devotees, they want to feed him. The point I just want to make through today's class is how two extreme example that the big rich man came. So Jagannath through his pastime showed that how the rich man comes, could not feed me one pan. And same time, a poor man, he just developed a desire. And Jagannath becomes so much controlled by the desire that he, without caring any tradition, systems, everything, he went out of his way to receive pan, betel nut from his devotee Prabhudas. And who knows this Prabhudas? All these pastimes you read in my books, these are all insignificant people. In devotional life, we don't need to become very significant. We don't need to become very prominent, very great. We don't have to become a great acharya. Acharyas are acharyas, they are coming from the spiritual world. No. But for fallen souls like this, the goal of life should not be how great I can become, how prominent I can become. No. Goal of our life should be how insignificant I can become. Not how well known I become, how insignificant I can become, so that in significant way I can develop my relationship with Krishna. When you become smaller than smaller, smaller than smaller, our relationship with God will become bigger than bigger, bigger than bigger, more intense. More we become big, our relationship with Krishna will become smaller. More we become smaller, our relationship with Krishna will become more intense. That's why Mahaprabhu saying, Gopi Bhartu Padakamalar Dasa Dasanu Dasaham. This is the teaching. This is secret knowledge. This is the hidden information of Krishna consciousness. That goal of our life to be Gopi Bhartu Padakamalar Dasa Dasanu Dasaham. We do all our great services, we honor our positions. If Krishna service, we become temple president, we become sannyasi, we become whatever. For Krishna service, we become a king, doesn't matter. Great personality like Ambarish, Puru, Parikshit Maharaj, they're great kings. But they're not thinking they're great kings. They're thinking about insignificant servant of Krishna. They are not influenced by their big positions. They are just using their positions so that they can engage in devotional service for the pleasure of Krishna. But internally, their mood was, oh, what insignificant person I am. No? What a fallen person I am. So that is what conquers Lord's heart. We want to really impress the Lord. So Jagannath, through all his pastimes, he has established the most basic principles of Krishna consciousness. If you nicely scrutinize, we'll find these things. Anyway, it's already here. Here it is already 6:28, 2 minutes to 6:30. So this is what I have to tell to you. It's my great pleasure that you gave me this opportunity. The early morning, I could speak something glorifying Lord Jagannath. For many, many days, I have not spoken about Jagannath. Today, after many, many months, I spoke about Jagannath. During this pandemic lockdown period, every day I speak philosophy on pandemic, different insights, this, that. But today, because you are all very devoted to Lord Jagannath, you wanted to hear about Jagannath. But I know most of you, the stories I told past times, you already know that. You read my book, so you must have heard it. But when we sit together, we gather together, we hear and we enjoy. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for wonderful Jagannath Leela. So, Maharaj, I have a quick question for you. Maharaj, who is more merciful, Jagannath or Lord Chaitanya?
Both are most merciful. Both are most merciful. That's why both of them, they came in Jagannath Puri for this age of Kali. For this age of Kali. But one is merciful as God, one is merciful as devotee. One God Krishna, he is showing us his magnanimity in two forms. One form is devotee form, one form is in his God form. So in this way, in one form, he is taking worship. In another form, he himself is showing how to worship. Yes. He is God, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he came as a devotee to teach us how we should become Gopi Bhartu Padakamalar Das Dasanudasam. So Mahaprabhu, by his own examples, he is Bhagavan, but throughout his life, all the pastimes you will see is full of teachings, full of teachings. Apane acharya dharma jibere sikhaye. The prema dharma he came to establish by his own behavior, his teaching. So in this way, both Jagannath and Gaurang Mahaprabhu, who is one, who appeared in two different forms, one playing the role of God, one playing the role of devotee. Both are same way magnanimous and munificent, most suitable form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to deliver the fallen living entities of this age of Kali.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Maybe next time when you come and speak to us, you can speak to us about the mercifulness of Gauranga Mahaprabhu.